It's the Prezi. Don't forget the S. You are now watching the City Rock Network. Activate with us. So it was good, man. It's your boy Prezi. You know I spell my name Prezi. Don't forget the S. I got a guest here with me, Jae Skeese. What's going on?
What's going on, King? How you feel?
You know what I mean? So y'all guys came out here for the Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
So matter of fact, before we can get to that, so tell them where you from. You know, a little background of you.
Word. So I'm from Buffalo, New York. Born and raised, the East Side. You know what I mean? 716.
Definitely. So you definitely got affiliation with Conway the Machine.
Yeah.
So tell us how did you link up with that?
Man, so you know, Buffalo, it's a small town, but at the same time, you know, it's a lot of rappers there.
Yeah.
And you know, if you do your thing, you know, your name will bubble up. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
I was doing a lot of stuff in the town. I was doing you know, ciphers, and I was doing shows in the town, just trying to get my name up, you know what I mean? I've been doing music for a real long time, so, you know, eventually, you know, because I was always just on the scene. I was going out, I was doing this, and I got hold of one of Conway's mixtapes, and then a few years later, just from everything I was doing in the town, he invited me to come open up for him for a show. It was like I think this was 2016.
Okay.
And I opened up for him, and then, you know, from there, I just was always on his radar. And then 2020, you know, Corona came around, coronavirus and everything.
Yeah,
and, you know,
he
reached, for real. He reached out to me, and he was like, "Yo, you know, I see everything you've been doing. You know, I think it's time. Like, you know what I mean? I want to get you on the label. I want to push your music." And you know, from there, you know, it was just a lot of showing and proving, and you know, just putting myself in the position to, you know, get signed to the label. And
so you actually signed with Conway? Yeah,
I'm signed with Conway. Yeah, I was the first signee to drum work.
Oh, okay, definitely. So let me know a little history about the label itself, Drumwork.
Yeah, so I mean, Conway will tell you himself. Me and Love the Genius, we started the label because, you know, we came out here. This was October of 2020, and we had a studio session, and you know, me and her, we recorded some of the illest music. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just invited us to come out, and you know, like I said, he'll tell you himself. Like, we kind of started Drumwork because he saw the hunger and the passion that we had. Like, we were ready, you know what I mean?
You're not just an artist, like you definitely part of the team.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 100%.
So other than that, so again, now you came out here for Rolling Loud. So what kind of, is it your first time at Rolling Loud?
This wasn't my first time at Rolling Loud, but this was my first time performing.
Performing?
Yeah.
How was that experience like?
Crazy. It's like, man, you know, you work towards something for a real long time, and then you finally get to that point, and it's just, it kind of blows your mind. So yesterday coming out and, you know, doing the song that I did and seeing, you know, all the people out there, it's funny because the song that I did is one of those songs that I recorded in that session I just told you about.
Okay.
So the song is called Symmetry. It's not out yet, but doing that joint and just seeing the reaction of the crowd and everything, man, it was everything to me. So it was a great experience.
Definitely. So being from Buffalo, so you already know how NYC and upstate be like, oh, you're not from New York, if you ain't from the 5 boroughs, like, but Buffalo, I feel like, is definitely part of New York, definitely got the music going, definitely shout outs to Conway, the respect for him, you know, like, and moving forward with you, like, what projects you have coming up? Me
and Con, we're working on an album right now, a joint album with me and him. We talked about it a few weeks ago, so some of the records are already done. I got my debut Drumwork album, Abolish Uncertainties. You know, that's been, you know, I'm still polishing it up, but, you know, it's for the most part done. So now we're just working on getting that out. And then we also have a Drumwork compilation that we're working on right now with all the artists that are either signed to or affiliated with Drumwork. You know, everybody's going to have a hand in that. So, you know, those are like the big things that we got going on. I got a few other records, you know what I'm saying, that I'm working, kind of just working in progress, but I'm everywhere with it right now.
So so when would you say you actually started music?
I was probably about 12 years old.
And what year would that be?
That would have been, what, 2001, 2002?
Okay, that's a good year. I was actually in college that year, first started college. So now, what project or what song did you drop that people's like, yo, I gotta know who this guy is, like, I gotta get this guy?
I had a joint called Usual Day. It was from one of my first mixtapes. It came out in 2009.
Yeah.
Or was it 2010? 2010, I think. But it was a joint called Usual Day, and at the time we had like me and my homies, we had like this apartment. It was a 4-bedroom. We had parties every day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally, it didn't matter what day of the week it was. It could have been a Monday. You drive down the street, you gonna see people outside. We had a basketball hoop, like, and it was in a college area too. So it was already lit because you had all the frat houses and all that. And it was almost like a frat house, but only one person in the crib went to college. I put it to you like
usually that's how most frat houses be. You be like one person in college, but everybody else in college because of that one person.
Yeah, right. But you know, in the song, I was just kind of describing like a usual day at the crib and like how me and the homies was living. So, you know, that joint on that mixtape as well, like that mixtape did well, you know what I'm saying? At least on a local level. And it got people real familiar with who I was. So, but that song was like everybody's joint, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're more like a hometown hero, you know what I mean?
I guess you could say that. I mean, I wouldn't say a hometown hero, but you know, people in the town, they know who I am. They know what I do. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I tell a lot of artists, like, before you branch out, you have to be that local guy first.
You kind of do to a certain extent. I think with Buffalo, you know, Buffalo is like one of them real tough towns, man.
Yeah.
If you could do whatever you do in Buffalo, then you could do it out in the world. The thing is, like, I feel like a lot of people in Buffalo, they get stuck in wanting to, you know, be this person in Buffalo.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to get out of Buffalo and, like, make it happen.
That is true sometimes, you know. Buffalo is New York, so like they say, if you make it in New York, you make it anywhere. But a lot of times, these guys will get a little closed-minded and only stay in New York.
Yeah.
You know, so as somebody from Buffalo, like, who do you look up to coming up in the game? Like, did you mimic anybody at first? You know, you mimic somebody, then you be like, you know what? I'm gonna be my own person.
I used to mimic it. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks was like the dude. Like I met him actually a few weeks ago. And he was just like the person that I thought was the illest MC ever. You know what I'm saying? Like at the time when I'm like 14, 15, I used to want to just rhyme just like him. You know what I'm saying? That's why like in my music now, you hear a lot of the similes and metaphors, you know, the punchlines, because that's how he used to go.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And he was just a huge influence on me, for sure. I mean, the Jay-Z's and Nas's, of course, you know what I'm saying? Lupe Fiasco, all them dudes. But Banks was the one that I was emulating like crazy.
I think, yeah, I mean, definitely right. I mean, the Jay-Z's, the Nas, whoever you want to name, the older cats, but Banks, I think about was that 2005 era when you started the G Unit. Yeah,
he was just
killing.
Undefeated, bro.
You got to shout out, and I think he's still doing his thing right now.
Still doing his thing.
You know what I mean?
Make sure you tuned in to the City Rock Network. You see the logo, you see the vibes, you see what they're doing. If you're not tuned in, you're playing yourself. Jason Blends, Studio Square. Let's go.
So we back. It's your boy Prezi. Don't forget to ask. So now Jae Skeese. Like, how you pronounce it? Jae Skeese or Jae Skeese? You put that little skis on it.
Yeah, it's like Jae Skeese.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah, Jae Skeese.
So we just talking about behind camera. You're saying to give artists a little nourishment, like to tell them what's in Buffalo. Like when you talk to the artists that's trying to come up like you did, like what kind of advice you give them?
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, you know, you gotta get out of your hometown. You know what I mean? Like wherever you at. Like it's great to be embraced by the hometown and everything, but you know, I feel like you use the hometown as almost like practice. You know what I'm saying? You get your reps in, you do your first couple of shows, and then you gotta hit the road. And this is something that I learned. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to be the type of cat. I used to do 100 shows at the crib every year, and you know, maybe go do a show in Cleveland, or maybe come out here to New York and maybe do a show. You know what I mean? I did that for years and never saw the growth that I wanted to see. I didn't really start seeing the growth that I've always wanted to see until I left out of left and really went and did shows other places. You know what I mean? And a lot of times you got to put yourself there.
That is true. You know, a lot of artists think Rome was built in one day. They think they're gonna drop a hit song on YouTube, SoundCloud, and think, oh, I'm gonna pop. This is it. You know, I mean, they don't understand the work you gotta put in. You know, with that said, like, what was one of the shows you was like, damn, I don't want to be here, but I'm a performer, but I gotta perform anyway, just just to get that out there.
Yeah, I mean, I've done. It's not one show that I could say that was kind of like that. You know what I mean? It's it's steps.
It takes
it's
time to build. You know
it takes time. You know what I mean? Like you said, you can't just drop. You know, and it does happen sometimes.
It does happen.
It's an anomaly. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't happen like that. Like you got to take the steps. You gotta, you know what I mean? Just work towards wherever you're trying to get to. You know what I mean? You start out, you might do a show You know, you might be in Jersey, you might be from New York, you might go to Jersey real quick and do a
definitely.
show. And then shit, the next one you might go to Delaware, the next one you might go, you know what I'm saying, Virginia. You just branch out continually, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you gotta build it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's from that, and now you're doing Rolling Loud, like, you know what I mean? Like, how is that, like, you thinking like, damn, I did all these hundreds of shows, you might have had a venue of 500 people, but only 25 people came out, and now you're doing Rolling Loud. Like, how is that experience? Like, how do you feel coming from that to this?
I mean, it just makes me say, you know, I see the growth, and I know that there's room for more growth. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't on the bill for Rolling Loud. Like, I came out on Conway's set. Of course, shout out to Con for bringing me out. You know what I mean?
See.
So what I see for myself now is, I was just telling my manager, my man Potts, I'm like, yo, I need to be on the bill for this next year.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I need to see Jae Skeese on that Rolling Loud set. You know what I mean? So it just made, like, I appreciate the moment, but I know that there's a lot more to attain.
Definitely. Like, how would you feel like, I mean, there's never a moment, but what moment would you feel like, yo, I made it?
I think I'll probably feel like that when I do my first tour.
Okay.
Because, you know, you tour when you have music out.
Yeah.
So that means that you have an album out. So that'll mean that my first album will be out. You know what I'm saying? It'll have the push that it needs. And that means that once I go tour, that means that people want to see me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
you know what I mean?
So you haven't dropped an official album for yourself yet, but you have like what, mixtapes?
Yeah, I have like mixtapes, and you know, I have projects out, but I've yet to put out an official project on Drumwork, which is that's the first label I've been signed to.
Yeah. So are you working on that right now?
Like I said, the album it's like 90% done. I'm just adding finishing touches and seeing who I may want to put on there, who I may want to take off, whatever. You know, it's a process, man, and you know, I just want to make sure that it's 100% right before we, you know, really go ahead and give it the green light.
Of course, definitely. So other than like Conway, what other, you know, people in that level that have you met? Like, okay, I met this person, I met that person, I'm rubbing shoulders with this person. That look at you like as an equal, not just look at you like, oh, you want to take a picture with me?
Yeah.
Like, look at you like, oh, that's Jae Skeese, what's good?
Yeah.
Get in the picture.
I mean, the people that really have shown real love, Talib Kweli, Freeway, Flea Lord. Shout out my man Flea Lord. He always shows mad love. You know, of course, Benny, Westside. You know, those like the big bros. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I've been around and met a lot of different artists. But like you said, some of them, they look at you as their peer, and some of them look at you like, okay, you just starting out, so I don't really know. But those are some of the people that, you know, when I met them, it was like genuine, like, okay, I really rock with
Definitely.
you know what
So
I mean?
now, as an artist, like, where do you want to like take your career?
Man,
I mean, it's kind of a dumb question, but you know, you want to go higher, but like for you, like what lane are you trying to go to?
Man, for me, it's I just love rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just that's what I see myself as. I want to be an inspiration to others through my art. You know what I mean? I paint as well, so you know I want to put myself in a position where I can be successful in music, and then hopefully I can make it translate over into, you know, the other areas of art that I'm into. Of course. But also, I mean, one day I want to have my own label too. I feel like I have a great ear for talent. You know what I mean? So I want to own a label, manage those artists, and help those artists, you know, and see them, you know, grow and continue to flourish. You know
Definitely
what I'm saying?
grow and prosper, like you said. You want to, you know, do other things like how 50 did, how Diddy did. They got Ciroc, they got, you know, their own TV shows, all that other stuff. I mean, that is actually, I won't say the goal, but just another level of doing things. But yeah, we're going to take it from here. What's good? We are back with Jae Skeese. We just pulled up one of your videos, so introduce that video real quick.
Yeah, man, so this is Jae Skeese Against the Grain featuring Conway the Machine and Flea Lord. This is off the Iroquois Pliskin EP.
Definitely, let's go. Play that.
I'm not the usual, I go against the grain. I'm not the usual, I go against the grain. I was on my mission for money, hella things was coming secondary, like the month of February. Faking snake vibes, you never catch them near me. As far as rap, I bury cats like Pet Cemetery. Still ain't universally accepted, yet it's lesson sketched up in my theories. It's cool, I keep it smoother than the leathers in the 7 series.
Let me give y'all my story, right? Yo.
Check. My biggest challenge been keeping it all together while life been falling apart. As things start to come together as far as my art, I'm fighting to leave my mark like scars from an egregious assault. I'm staring out my building window, stuck deep in my thoughts. I make what you can feel.
So Jae Skeese, thanks for stopping by, man. Dope. So tell them again where you can find all your music and everything upcoming.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So you know, you can follow me on all social media platforms, man. Instagram, Twitter. Jae Skeese at JaeSkeese. You can stop by the website, revolverloaded.com. You can find me on all streaming platforms as well, Jae Skeese.
Definitely. You know me, Prezi. Don't forget the S, and that is the City Rock Network. Peace out.
Everything for Weeds, 4 is up.